The swearing-in ceremony at Makerere University is taking place for the Guild Cabinet. It is exactly 1 p.m. This is Mac Daily News. My name is Angel Nandera Nahabi. Let's go see the headlines.
Makerere University holds its 88th Guild elections. NGOs at the forefront of poverty eradication. And in health, we look at pneumonia disease among infants.
Those were the headlines, and these are the news in details. Makerere University has kick-started its voting process of the 88th Guild leadership. This has been conducted online. Richard Sebulime followed the story.
The long-awaited Guild elections of Makerere University are taking place at Makerere main campus. Tension, pressure, and self-confidence wraps the faces of Guild aspirants as they make their final rounds to their voters at different schools, colleges, and departments. It is a race of 8 candidates with stiff competition between the NRM's Hussein Ibla and the NUP's Alliance Lawrence, commonly known as Dangote. There is a heavy deployment at the university to enable students to have a peaceful election. Hussein Ibla, while visiting the College of Computing and Information System, he blames the Electoral Commission for delaying some colleges whose voting links started a bit late.
So far the election is going on. Well, though we have faced some challenges, for example, the system has been jamming, some links have been not working, and some colleges started late their voting process.
Alliance Lawrence, whom we found at School of Agriculture, cited poor sensitization of students that limited many from exercising their rights.
And many students turned out to vote, but I can't hesitate but to mention the frustration that the students have gone through. But like I told them last evening before we went to the poll, that when the will of the people is too strong, it can't be sabotaged. But one thing that stands out is that still there's poor sensitization of students. The few who turned out to vote, those that were diehards, were thoroughly frustrated by the system. You have to vote. Personally, I had to vote 3 times before my vote was accepted. Many students have gone through that. But even then, if you ask me how I feel very cautious and optimistic about the results they're going to announce this evening.
The Makerere voting process for the next Guild leadership is only available for those who updated their details on their students' portal. The winner of this election are expected to be announced tonight, and they will start on their journey of taking on office responsibilities. Richard Sebulime, Mac TV.
Thank you, Richard Sebulime. In another story, Uganda is one of the few countries aiming to achieve sustainable development goals over poverty eradication. We shall look at the role of non-government organizations to decrease poverty. Our reporter Jeffrey Mutumba has the story.
According to the National Poverty Line, the graph of poverty has decreased from 56.0% in 1993 to 21.4% in 2016. This has been achieved by the help of the non-government organizations and the government itself through implementing different programs. End Poverty Uganda is one of the non-profit organizations that came out to fight poverty in societies through all possible solutions. Vincent Agaba, the country director of End Poverty Uganda, says that the organization envisions to create a poverty-free society.
Poverty Uganda, we are simple as our vision. We envision a poverty-free society, and that's what our vision is, a poverty-free society. We have mobilization for these people. We do financial programs like circles, like, financial literacy. Basically, source where the problems of poverty are, and we put solutions. We have so many projects in agriculture, especially for the rural setting.
He, however, points out that poverty increase in the country should not only be blamed on government, but rather social customs like land dissections.
You will hear so many people blame the government. But yes, the government has a little part to blame, but it is not entirely the government. You can clearly see like how our society has been arranged. From days when before we were born, how our land system is. Somehow, somewhere, it contributes to our poverty, where people have to share land and divide it, fragment it into pieces of where they have to put their homes.
Hawa Ali, woman leader Kisasi Zone Kabalagala Parish, calls up fellow ladies in the community to embrace circles and teamwork to eradicate poverty in Uganda.
Twandibadde tukwatira wamu naddala ng'abakyala si mu kitundu kyange kyokka naye n'awalala wonna. Lwaki njogedde bwintyo nti ebiseera ebisinga bamaama obuvunaanyizibwa obusinga buli kufa abakyala mu maka ate ng'emirimu egisinga ffe tugikola mu bitundu byaffe. Tuba tulina okwegatta tusobole okuba nga tukolera emirimu egy'awamu egisobola okutukulaakulanya. Bwe tuba nga tuli wamu ne gavumenti esobola okujja n'etuyambako. Era kiba kirungi nti weebezze esanga nga ffenna tuli organize tuli bumu era nga tulina emirimu gye tukola isobola okutukulaakulanya okuyamba abantu baffe.
The chairperson Kisasi Zone, Salongo Amos Katumba, also appraises the government programs such as Emyoga, which has helped them to overcome poverty in Uganda.
The government has come in to help us. Like when it started the project of Emyoga to fight against poverty, not only in our area, but also in other areas. But basically in our area, some of the members of the zone are benefiting. They have joined the association and they are getting some money from it. And they are using that money to boost on their businesses.
According to the Sustainable Development Goal number 1, the government of Uganda aims at eradicating poverty in Uganda by the year 2040.
Drug misuse has become increasingly common in the 21st century among university students, and this has impacted on their education. Let's look at the story.
Did you know that the human brain is still developing in a person's 20s? Drugs and alcohol are some of the most detrimental yet common disruptions in teenage brain development. According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, almost 53% of full-time college students with ages of 18 to 22 drank alcohol in the past month for such of stress relief as one of the factors students look for after facing demands from their classes. A student who preferred anonymity shares his story on how this affected his education life.
Personally, I tried out drugs like alcohol, cannabis, commonly known as weed, which is really common. It's all over the space in campus. I mean, it's always a phone call away. Anyone could get it. It actually had very, very serious repercussions. Yeah, I deteriorated, but academically, because most of the time I was out there looking for the next hangout spot. Where shall we be? Yeah, what kind of liquor shall we take?
We managed to speak to a counselor at Makerere University who gave her opinion on drug misuse among the university students.
The challenge of alcohol addiction is among those that are posing the challenge in this university, and it affects the students' personal growth. Because with addiction, like any other drug, there is missing of lectures, there is missing of courseworks, there is missing of exams. All this impacts on a student on the campus.
I think guidance and counseling should be emphasized in this university so as to reduce drug abuse. Let's go for a commercial break and we shall come back with a live report.
Are you a farmer with a lot of produce but have no market for it? Or a trader finding trouble getting quality farm produce? Don't worry, we at AgroConnect are here to solve your problem. We link farmers with traders such that they each thrive in their business. For more information, you can reach us on 0392 940 855 or 0782 801 622, or find us at Grand West Arcade room number 22 next to Amazon Plaza in Mbara, or Greenland Towers room number 6 Kampala. AgroConnect, connecting businesses.
Welcome back from that commercial break. As I told you, the guild swearing-in ceremony at Makerere University is taking place, and our reporter Yuwara Bridget is on ground. Yuwara Bridget, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please tell our audience on what is going on?
As you can see, we are live in the auditorium where the swearing-in ceremony of the students' leaders is taking place. Right now, as I speak, the Livingstone GRCs are the next to be sworn in and take their official offices. Right now, if the camera person could take you a little bit to the auditorium where they are about to start their swearing in so that they can take their offices in officially. Now, the ceremony started at 2 p.m. and the Deputy Vice Chancellor presided over the ceremony. He opened it officially.
Alionzi Lawrence, swear that I shall discharge my duties as the Guild President of Makerere University Students Guild with all honesty and to the best of my ability.
Right now, as I speak, the Guild President has finished swearing in and he is officially the Guild President of Makerere University. As we have all seen, he has taken a pic. They have had a picture moment with the Deputy Vice Chancellor and his parents in
supporting towards student activities geared towards environmental sustainability. Next is the Honorable Minister for Culture.
Thank you, Wara Bridget, for that detailed live reporting. In the business news, it has become a culture for university students to run businesses as they are studying. Our reporter, Patricia Nakayima, follows the story on how students balance books with education.
Makerere University hosts students from different parts of the world. Among these are both private and government-sponsored students that apply to do different courses among the many the university offers. We've found out that some private students own small enterprise businesses in the areas of Chikoni, Kavule, Chikomi and Wandegea, while others work for their bosses to earn a living. How do they balance the both? Godfrey Muhumuza, a 5th-year student pursuing a bachelor's degree in veterinary medicine, narrates how he got to start up a business amidst education.
When we went for lockdown, I started looking for money, the money that I would start up a business, because I tried to look for jobs around Kampala so that I could start something whereby I could be earning some money. Sustaining yourself at campus without money also had got difficult. And depending on the parent, it was also somehow hard, because sometimes some of the things you can't ask from the parent. So I decided to go in the lockdown. I used that time that was there. I worked so hard. I gathered up some money. I got some good money. So I started up the electronic shop. I started when it's very small, but I kept on pushing on as I go to campus, as I study.
Unlike other students, Muhumuza has succeeded in paying school fees for his siblings, owning a plot of land, and being self-sufficient. In an interview with Timothy Mosingozi, also a student at the Mighty Institution, he has shared how he balances both books and business at the same time.
It is very hard to balance studies and business, because sometimes when I'm in lectures, the client can call me, like, want me to work on her, or when I'm in lectures. So I find it when it's very difficult to balance books and business. So sometimes I'm a bit busy, so my friend can call me that we have a test.
A number of students at Makerere University has resorted to starting up businesses in order to sustain themselves. However, the biggest percentage comes with among students. Patricia Nakayima reporting for Mark Daily News.
Thank you, Patricia Nakayima. In today's Health Focus, we look at pneumonia disease among children. Our reporter, Wara Bridget, has the story.
In Uganda, pneumonia is one of the leading killer diseases among infants ranging between 0 to 5 years. Pneumonia is an infection of the lungs which is caused by infections that limit oxygen circulation to the lungs, resulting into them swelling. Dr. Tumukunde Peter, an in-charge at Above All Medical Center, says that a child with pneumonia presents various symptoms according to their age groups.
We normally consider high temperature as a symptom of pneumonia in children, in infants below 2 months. Then there's also inability to breathe. You may find that in severe cases that baby is not breathing normally. We have inability to breastfeed. You may find the baby cannot breastfeed because then we have also cyanosis. That is when you find the oxygen of that baby has been lowered to 90 and below. That is oxygen saturation.
He says the easiest way to prevent pneumonia is through vaccination.
As soon as the mother gave birth to the baby, we normally advise them to do what? To attend vaccination. Make sure that all immunization schedule is done.
In 2015, a study at Mulago Hospital revealed that 53.7% babies are born with symptoms and prevalences of pneumonia. Reporting for Mark TV, I'm Bridget Uwera.
That story marks the end of our news bulletin. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Up next is your request by DJ Richard. Stay tuned and keep watching. My name is Angel Nandera Nahabi.